In Hindu philosophy, especially as explained in the Bhagavad Gita, human behavior is understood through the concept of the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. These are not moral labels, but natural qualities present in every individual in varying proportions. Their interaction shapes thoughts, emotions, and actions, and often explains why conflicts arise, even within close family relationships such as that between a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law. Sattva represents clarity, harmony, and understanding. Rajas represents activity, desire, and ego-driven behavior. Tamas represents inertia, ignorance, and resistance. No person is made of only one guna, rather all three operate together, though one or two may dominate at a given time. When individuals interact, their dominant gunas also interact, and this can lead to either harmony or conflict. In a family setting, the relationship between a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law can sometimes become tense. This tension can be understood through the lens of the gunas. For example, when Rajas is dominant, there is a strong sense of I and mine. The mother-in-law may feel attached to her authority in the household, while the daughter-in-law may seek her own space, recognition, or independence. Both may desire respect and control, and when these desires clash, it leads to arguments, competition, and emotional reactions. This is what can be called a hot conflict, where disagreements are openly expressed. On the other hand, when Tamas is dominant, conflict takes a different form. Instead of open arguments, there may be silence, misunderstanding, and passive resistance. One may assume negative intentions without seeking clarification. Small issues are ignored but internally magnified. This leads to a cold war, where there is little communication, but underlying resentment continues to grow. In such a state, neither side makes an effort to resolve the issue, and the relationship gradually deteriorates. Sattva, however, brings a different quality to the relationship. When sattva is strong, there is patience, empathy, and a willingness to understand the other person's perspective. A sattvic approach allows both individuals to step back from their immediate reactions and consider the situation calmly. Instead of focusing on winning or asserting dominance, the focus shifts to maintaining harmony and mutual respect. In such a state, even if disagreements arise, they are handled constructively rather than turning into conflicts. The key insight from the Bhagavad Gita is that the real source of conflict is not the other person, but the play of these gunas within and between individuals. When rajas and tamas dominate, conflict becomes more likely. When sattva is cultivated, harmony becomes possible. Therefore, the solution is not to blame the other person, but to become aware of one's own tendencies and gradually develop greater balance. In conclusion, the mother-in-law and daughter-in-law conflict can be understood as an interaction of the three gunas rather than a personal or inevitable struggle. By recognizing how sattva, rajas, and tamas influence behavior, individuals can move toward greater awareness and self-control. This understanding can transform both hot wars of open conflict and cold wars of silent tension into opportunities for growth, empathy, and peaceful coexistence.